Lisa Hamil, my mother. My mother, Lisa Hamil.
Today, my message is for the birds, the South Pacific birds of my family, and the other beautiful birds worldwide. Why the birds? My mother thinks she is a bird, and at 95, please don't argue with her. She always wanted to sing like a bird, and who wouldn't want to fly like a bird? She thinks we should appreciate them for how they contribute to our community and conversations. You can't even cross the street without one of them chirping at you in favor of your safety. When you go to the dentist, they use a bird's anatomy to diagnose what's going on in your mouth. They take bite wing x-rays. My friends raise their children on stories by Mother Goose. My mother has such a penchant for birds, she even changed her name to Roberta. It all started many years ago with this story that she told me. The dog and the cat were romping about as I came home from work late one day. The sliding back door was left open a twit so they could go freely out some and play. Well, a bird had flown in and was up on the shelf, avoiding the noise that was brought to himself. This was such a sight. I so hastened to take the dog and the cat out to give the bird a break. The bird was so rattled and frantically stressed, I showed him the way out and gave him my best. But the bird could not get my intent to proceed and deliver his freedom by following my lead. How could I speak gently to this dear little bird? I might just have to be one in order to be heard. Well, that was it. Mother flew off immediately to Italy for bird communication training with none other than the partridge in a pear tree. Now, it turns out partridges run around on the ground. They are not pear tree inhabitants, but he wanted her up there with him so she could get a bird's eye view. After several months of intense study developing her bird brain, he sent her off to Paris, where she studied with the two turtle doves. They mate for life. She also learned French, the language of love birds. This set her up for her next training with the three French hens that taught her faith, hope, and love. She knew that because she loved birds and had faith, she could learn how to communicate with them better, and that gave her a lot of hope. Her next level was with the four calling birds in London. There she met my father. She knew he was probably the one because his name was J. Robbins. That cinched it. Every time they were together, she could hear how a nightingale sang in Berkeley Square. Soon afterward, he asked her to marry and gave her 5 golden rings. Returning to America, they settled in upstate New York on a farm, Old MacDonald's farm. There, my mother continued her bird communication studies with the 6 geese a laying. This motivated her to start a family. I was the first. She claimed I was delivered by a stork. My mother was such a wise old owl, even in her young years. As the other 5 children came, she named us all after tropical birds. like the bird you see in the South Pacific. I was her bird of paradise. And then came Macana, Peritonia, and Canera. They were my sisters. Our two brothers were Flamingo and Falconio. One of my brothers was born on Thanksgiving Day. He's been a turkey ever since. In a few years, we all flew the coop, and my parents became empty nesters. Not wanting to henpeck my father, she got back into the pharmacy field, specializing in weight loss. Her diet of choice was to eat like a bird. Once people started losing weight, they developed bottom of the birdcage breath. She helped them with that also, and that would, of course, kill two birds with one stone. Working nights was her favorite. That way she got every day off. During the day, we all took ballet at the well-known Swan Lake School of Toes. All six children and she were choreographed in a production called The Seven Swans a Swimming. This was such a hit, we decided to create a song and dance theatre company called Foul Play. That went on for several years until we were bought out by the Von Trapp family singers. In time, under the new management, we felt a bit caged in by the Trapps, and that ended everything, including this story. Today, each time I see a bird, I'm so inspired by the life and wisdom of my mother and how she created such joy each day. South Pacific bird joy for her family. I ask you all, as my fine feathered friends, how are you enjoying and the celebration of your life before it flies away?